did that happen? When you publicly say that 14,000 seats are unavailable, how are those 14,000 seats taken? And it is not the first time. Ghana v Chad, the 5-0, it happened.
Nathan, I know the reason.
What is the reason, Ray?
The NSA printed more than 26,000 tickets. I'm telling you.
Are
Nathan,
you certain?
Nathan, Yampo Franca should come and deny. And he should come and tell Ghanaians and give us records of how many tickets they printed for this game.
Oh, are you serious?
Nathan, they printed more than 26,000 tickets. That is the explanation. And you know why? Look, Nathan, every single individual you saw in the stand yesterday was holding a ticket.
Wait, so all those people I saw rushing in all had tickets?
So if they had tickets, it means that they bought tickets from somewhere. And if the 26,000 could not contain the tickets that were sold, which in my estimation would have been 26,000, it means that that extra 14,000 seats that were filled, 14,000 more tickets were printed for those seats to be filled. Oh, and the NSA should come and deny. The NSA should tell us that those people who entered and filled were ghosts. They didn't have tickets. They broke the gates and entered.
Ray, hold on.
The NSA should come and tell us that those who filled those stands didn't have tickets, but almost 10,000 plus broke the gates and entered without tickets. Look, Nathan, you see, these are some of the things we are expecting Jan Pofranca and his people to deal with. So if you tell us that a 40,000 capacity stadium can have only 26,000, we are expecting that you even print less than 26,000 tickets just to take care of any possible spillover. Okay? But here's a situation where the supposed 26,000 that should have been filled was filled.
Yes, because
and then
I saw all of
the part that's supposed to be cordoned off, about 14,000, also gets filled. Nathan, was it by magic that those people entered the stadium? They had tickets and entered. Now, when they entered, there was no place for them to sit. In effect, they would have to move into those areas. They should come and tell us that the people who occupied those seats did not have tickets. They were sitting there without tickets. And you will tell them that they are lying.
Or maybe they breached.
Nathan, they did not breach. I am saying that, you see, and I want the sports ministry to investigate the NSA. The sports minister must be interested in this matter. How many tickets were printed for the match? Did we overprint? Did we print more than the number we were expecting at the match venue? You see, Nathan, let's be serious in this country.
Ray,
and Jan Pofranca and his NSA must be serious.
I was so scandalized.
Nathan, if indeed that portion of the stadium has structural defects,
why are we allowing people there? Because Ray, the thing, what struck me yesterday, I was just watching the game and asking, so what if the part breaks?
Yes, and you see, and that is why I'm telling you that the NSA have been disingenuous in this matter. The NSA have not done the good people of Ghana any good in this matter, because Nathan, they had no business selling tickets more than the seats available.
Yeah,
we had no business doing that.
Accra Sports Stadium sits 40,000. 14,000 seats are unavailable. Those sections are closed. Logically, you only print 26,000.
Nathan,
or
they did not print 26,000. The NSA should come out and deny.
So all those people, as you're asking, all those people who rushed in, how did they rush in?
Nathan, they came in with tickets.
They came in with tickets.
They came in with tickets.
Wait. So if they came in with tickets, you are saying that they were outside the ground. What were they doing outside the ground?
Nathan, you see, yesterday, the arrangement at the stadium. Look, you will have your tickets checked as far as GRE.
Yeah.
Did you realize how the whole place was cordoned off?
Yes.
Just to make sure only those with tickets would enter the perimeter. Did you realize that? Yes. So Nathan, if that were the case, it means that anybody who entered and got close to the gate to enter the stadium had a ticket. So Nathan,
I now understand the basis
how do you
of
now
your
get
argument.
in? How do you now get in without a ticket and go and fill the stands you are not supposed to fill? How do you now get in? Because there was heavy security right from GRA, right from the Independence Square area, all of those places. Cordoned off.
Ray, clearly not heavy enough, because as soon as the supporters entered, they started filling the place unsupervised.
Nathan, how did they come in? They came in because they had a warrant to enter, which is the ticket. The NSA should come and tell us that they printed less than 26,000 tickets. Today, they should come and tell us.
See, NSA, I do not, for the life of me, I don't understand how in 2 straight Black Stars games, sections that are not supposed to be open have people filling the place. Eh? Hey, listen, let's be careful. Oh. Let us be extremely careful. The NSA, this thing that you are playing with, when you say sections are cornered off and then you allow people to go there, if truly those sections have defects, you are playing a serious game of roulette.
You see, Nathan, they didn't allow people to go there. They enabled people to go there. They enabled people to go there because
they had tickets.
So Nathan, you want to tell me that 14,000 people did not have tickets, but they managed to enter the stadium to go and sit there?
Hey,
the NSA, you see, the NSA should sit up.
NSA, be very careful. Oh. National Sports Authority, be extremely careful.
You see, Nathan,
you see, Immortal, it is because we all care and we don't want anything to happen.
Nathan, I'm saying that the NSA should come out and tell us, give us record. You know, when we are going to vote, there's always a record of how many ballots we printed, how many ballots we export. There's always a record.
Yeah.
The NSA should come and tell us how many tickets they printed for Ghana's match against Mali.
Me, I'm extremely concerned though. And for our listeners, you can, Nathan, we have some
if they hadn't printed that much,
people would not enter.
Who would have held tickets to actually go there to go and watch a match when they were already seated or there were seats for them to occupy? There were no seats. So they had to move there because that's where they found empty seats. And Nathan, I've gone to the stadium. I'm holding a ticket.
I've
gone to my section.
Once I find
there's no seat for me. So what do?
I'll find the next available
seat. Absolutely. I found myself in the right place, but without a seat. So I'll move to the part that has been cordoned off. If indeed the people who moved there had no warrant to go there, why weren't they removed from the stadium?
But Ray, secondly, why
weren't they removed from the stadium?
Why wasn't there adequate security to stop those people? Assuming
you couldn't stop them because of the contract.
The contract says, well, once I have a ticket, I have a right to sit.
I've come to the match venue. It is your responsibility to give me a seat because I have a ticket. Okay? Why am I even holding this ticket? No, Nathan, it's your responsibility to give me a seat because I've bought a ticket. So when I come in and there's no seat for me and I've seen an empty seat there, I'll go and sit there. And who there comes at me?
I was absolutely scandalized and I was very afraid.
Yes. It's scary.
Very, very afraid.
When we have been told that the structure has defects, and so nobody should sit there until
repairs have been done.
Later, and then people go and occupy those seats because somebody has given them reason to go and sit there. Look, Nathan, I'm saying that the NSA should not come and tell us, and they shouldn't cook that narrative for us that and people force themselves to go there. How did they force themselves there? Or people disobeyed. Why did they disobey?
Why? Yeah.
And how did they disobey? Look, later, yesterday, I got lots of complaints. I received lots of complaints.
Okay.
One of it was that after they went through those checks from the GRA area moving forward, they now had to get to the gate. And they were told that somebody will now have to inspect the ticket again and give them wristbands. Now, the person holding the wristband was also behaving as if the wristbands were his or her property. Now, that created another scene where the cluster we were trying to avoid was the same situation we had to deal with. And when the wristbands were not coming, were not moving as they should, they pushed the gate open and went in.
Oh, so that's how come the people got in?
They pushed the gates and went in. Oh, of course they had gone through the first clearance. They had tickets. So now they had to get into the perimeter. They got to the gate. Somebody would have to issue a wristband. That wristband wasn't issued, or the person was delaying. The people were impatient. They pushed the gate open and went in.
Ray, so you see, I'm more concerned. So you've highlighted the bottlenecks, the fact that this said wristband was not available. It created a number behind the gate. So
they were impatient.
I understand. Ray, I even fault the NSA for not even introducing another level of security.
Absolutely.
Because you have a flood of human beings going through a constricted space. And you see, we have the hindsight of May 9. Why do we come back and create all these situations that are recipes for disaster?
Sporty FM.
See, and I would have thought that the NSA, with a boss who has covered some of these events, who has been in the media space, reported on some of these incidents, would actually now be in the chair as NSA boss and be presiding over chaos at match venues.
Look, yesterday I was so afraid. Because I looked at the flood of human beings coming in, trying to find seats and all. I kept looking at the section and I kept asking, so what if something happens? What if something happens? What if something happens?
The NSA would have come to tell us that they told people not to go there and they disobeyed and went there. That's what they would have come to tell us.
In every society, you always have to plan for the people who will not listen. I say that one of this country's biggest problems is the fact that there is no consequence for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So once you know that people will try and get in, you put a barrier there. You are not allowed to, and that is it.
Absolutely. And you see, Nathan, you see, it goes beyond you put a barrier there. You make sure you don't create the enabling environment for any possible spillover.
And I'm saying, so
and how do you make sure you don't do that? So you print less than the tickets for the match venue.
Because this thing of wristband and the number and people, look, it's not the first time gates and doors and things have been forced at the Accra Sports Stadium during COVID. Guys, remember, do you remember that one? Hearts of Oak and Great Olympics. The COVID time. Look at what happened. The entire gate was pushed. And people came in. Ghana, Chad, a few months ago at the Accra Sports. We were up there. We heard some noise. We looked down, and there's commotion inside the stadium. People are trying to get in. And I heard stories of people fracturing their hands and legs and things.
People were even shouting, Obiawu. Nathan, I'm saying that, look. You see, if the NSA is serious about protecting lives at match venues, it starts from ticketing.
Yeah.
It should start from ticketing. How they regulate that whole process. Look, Nathan, we know how they try to rake in extra revenue by selling more tickets than the match venue.
But that is also
Nathan, we've been at events. How people who have an event at the conference center, they will sell tickets more than the seats available because they know people will come and stand and people will be loitering about. But you want to rake in extra revenue. We know how these things play out. But I'm saying that, look, when the facility is not safe to even deal with those spillovers, you don't even try. Nathan, when the facility is not safe to deal with any spillover of any sort, you don't even attempt.
Don't do it.
Not even 1,000 tickets more.
Don't. One, to save your own self. Two, to save Ghanaians.
The NSA must be careful.
So NSA, we beg you, be careful.
Comoros.
Be careful.
Ghana Comoros.
We have one more game to play in the qualifiers. We beg you. We really beg you, the NSA. Don't create problems for your own self. If the sections are cordoned off, they are cordoned off. We know you are trying your best to fix those parts. Wonderful. Thumbs up. We clap for you. So if that is what you want to do, those sections must be closed off. If you have to bring extra security to keep people away, do it. And then beneath all of this, don't print extra tickets. Just do not.
If you know,
because if something happens, it will be on your hand. You don't see, NSA, you don't want this problem. Of all the problems in the world, this is not what you want.
No.
So I beg you, the NSA. A few months ago, I hinted at this slightly. Today, I'm upping the tempo. We beg you, NSA. Don't create the environment for these stampedes, commotion, people. Don't do it at all. Do not do it. You are doing a great job. The pitch is nice. Yeah. And all other things. All that I saw people getting into the stadium. It was
the
cool.
pitch is nice. The pitch is nice for 22 players and 3 officials.
I'm saying is that
there are a lot more people in the stands who must have good experiences when they leave the facility as well.
So NSA, please, we beg.
Nathan, we don't have to beg NSA. Nathan, we don't have to beg NSA to be responsible. Why should we beg them to be responsible?
That is how I.
No. Who should be begging NSA to be responsible?
NSA. So my conclusion is that watch these things. Ghana Comoros is the last Black Stars game for the year in this country, barring friendlies. If that section, because if it has been closed once or twice, it means that there is a true problem there. Do not allow people to go into the section. Do not allow people to go into the section. NSA, of all the problems you want to have, something happening to match day fans is not what you want. So if the section is closed, close it down properly. Do not print extra tickets. Do not allow people to mass around the stadium, find a way of getting in, and then you have a problem on your hands. The last thing I'll say, if you have to get extra security to protect the section, do it. Because what I saw yesterday, no way. NSA, not you don't want this problem on your hands. I'm telling you, you do not want this problem on your hands. NSA.
Nathan, why do you keep saying if they get extra security? Nathan, if they had printed less than the capacity of the match venue, we wouldn't have had this situation. They know why. The NSA know why. They know why. They know that people were holding tickets and they have places to sit. Why? And so they have to figure out themselves out. That's why they went there.
But why are you playing this expensive gamble?
Look, you see, Nathan, the NSA should sit up. They should sit up. Because they had a very long time between our last qualifier and now. Nathan, when did you play our last qualifier? In March. Right?
Yeah.
We played Chad in March.
Yeah, in March, and then we went to Unity Cup, yeah.
Yes, in March. So the NSA is telling me that between March and September, yesterday, they did not have time to sit down and properly map out how they were going to deal with crowd, how they were going to manage spectators at the match venue. All these months. So it was only the pitch they were concerned about. They were not concerned about the human beings who were coming to patronize the game. Nathan, look at the prices of tickets. 1,000 cedis plus. And I'll go to the stadium. VVIP. I'll go to the stadium and go have this kind of experience. Nathan, the match venue is not family friendly. If I wanted to go and watch the game with my kids yesterday, no way. Nathan, I would have had to go through trying to force a gate open to send my kids to a place which is not even safe. Is that the case? Should that be the case? No, look, Nathan. The NSA cannot close their eyes and allow these things to be happening. If Jan Pofuanka, who has been in this chair just like us before, has had reason to complain about some of these things, to report on some of these things, and is now being given the chair to sit on, and these same things are happening, clearly, Nathan, that is gross incompetence on his part. And I'll not mince words. If something had happened yesterday, it would have been a different story.
It would have been on their hands.
And yesterday, there was a lot of excitement. Imagine the bouncing, the jumping, the dancing in that facility. Look, Nathan, I will not mince words. That is incompetence on the part of the NSA.